Hi, everybody. I wanted to go live today and just talk about the ascension, the energies that are going on right now, and twin souls, some things that are happening with twin souls and things like that. I talked before about reptilian energies affecting us energetically, and I want to go into it a little further. It's not just reptilian energies do affect us. There are people, out there that are practicing witchcraft and negative energy and things like that. And it does affect us. The dark energies, no matter how you look at them, they affect us. And so, you know, it's just important to understand how they do it a little deeper than what I maybe have explained in the past. Okay. So the thing, we all have energetic bodies, 7 layers deep. And there's 7 layers of the aura, right? Well, the physical is one of those. But in these energetic bodies, we have tears and wounds from our past. And we also have places where, with addictions maybe, or wounds, PTSD, all the different things that have happened to us in our lives, that in the energetic body there needs to be repair so that they can't we can't be triggered. And some of that comes from just relationships and karma and things like that. We get triggered in our energetic bodies, but in order for our energy to be whole and protected, we have to do work of our healing work. Some people do Reiki or rapid eye therapy or whatever it is that you do to heal yourself. Those are great things, so you can start releasing some of those openings in the energetic body, because the energetic body in this ascension process, it needs to be healed. It needs to not have any holes. It needs to be your energy in the energetic body. And when people are practicing their black magic or whatever they're doing, what they send out, they comes and attaches to the places where you have the rips and the tears in your energetic bodies. So I just wanted to say, there are healing matters that need to take place too. When people are being siphoned and attacked by these dark forces, we'll call them today, their energy gets drained out through these siphons and these energetic cords. When you begin to see energy, and you can see these cords from people to people, and sometimes they're plugged into a job or belief system. Their energy goes there. It's where the person allows their energy to go. And at times when, say, the energy vampires come along, we'll use that as a good example too. They will make the connections with you, and then they will put in hooks or telepathic links or siphons, and they do these kinds of things in order to take your energy and your power, and it affects your ability to create in this world. So you can be doing all the law of attraction in the world, and you're like, why is it not going forward for me? And it can be because of these siphons and these cords that have been attached to you. I'm sure you've all seen, if you're watching this, you've probably all seen things where you see cords attached to different people, belief systems, into the Matrix. It's a good example, right? That, you see the cords, they use the cords in the Matrix to keep us hooked into belief systems and all of that. And so when you're hooked into that, until you let go of that belief system or cut off these energetic cords, you still are giving your energy to that. And so it's important to understand that there are energy healings out there. Now, meditation helps. There's some great things out there too. Different Reiki will help. My biggest thing was that I wanted to say that, however, there's also prana healing, which helps people who are being vampired or, have these implants and these things happening in their energetic bodies to disconnect, right? To, at least stop these energies from coming in. And that is the kind of healing that I do with energy, by the way. So if you go to exandrathemedium.com and you want to do a divine channel healing, you're going to find me there. My healings, and what we go in and we cut these cords and we, take out the implants, release the overlays. Hopefully in the next few days, I will have my video on that can assist people in doing some of this work on their own. Of course, it is really good to, get it done with another person, another healer right there with you. My energy is put into the video that I will be sharing soon, and it does help. Okay. When you get the one-on-one, we're both at the same time putting our energy and focusing just on you. When I did the video, it's for, a collective. So, they are powerful, but I'm just saying, if you want something one-on-one, you want to contact me and we can start clearing some of these energies. If you think that you have, been attacked by these dark energies, I used to call it a hit, and I bring this up a lot, but because you can feel your energy, like, it just isn't me. And you really want to pay attention to that, because it is something you might want to get released. Okay. And if you don't think that you can do it on your own, I have had years of experience. I went through 5 years of training with the healer that I worked with, and she really helped me a lot in my life. So I want to just bring that up so that we can put that out there for you, because I feel like one of the issues that is really big is everybody's wanting to jump from 3D to 5D. And, I'm out of the matrix and I jumped to 5D. What happened to 4D? Because 4D is the unknown. Okay. It's where this energy play happens. That's when you start seeing energy. You're seeing the 4D. And of course, we need to use the love and the fifth dimensional energies. They're helping assist us, but we also have to be aware, and we're bringing illumination to that 4D. We can't ignore it. The 4D exists. It exists in the dream world. Our energy can get messed with in the dream world. It can get messed with, energetically, if you are not aware of what's going on in the 4D. The 4D didn't just disappear. Nobody talks about the 4D, and the 4D is very important to talk about, because this is what we're bringing the light to. The 4D is like darkness. It's where everything's been hiding, where you're not aware of what's going on energetically. And just because you're not aware doesn't mean there aren't people that aren't aware, because there are many people who practice these dark arts. And, also, if you know anything about the reptilians, you know that that's obviously where they play, is in that 4D. You don't see it. You're not aware of it unless you are aware of it, unless you take the red pill, basically. And so, my thing is, I want to get people aware of it so they can start dealing with it. You have to deal with it before we can bring the illumination, and then we raise to 5D. This 4D didn't disappear. It's still affecting us. It's affecting us every day. And people are like, they know that they're being attacked. They know that their relationships are being attacked by this. And it's true. They are. People will, get drawn in with their weaknesses. They get controlled by one of these people who plays in this realm, or entities, whatever you want to call it. And their lives go on a, out of control path, because they're hooked into the energies of basically the 4D. So you have to be aware, there's a 3D, there is a 4D too. And that 4D has to come into the light. We can't ignore it. We can't just say 5D only. Here we are. 5D is where we're going, as long as we are clearing up the 4D and cleaning it out. A good example of this is like in the Matrix, when Neo is going in and fighting the battles, he's hooked into a machine where he goes into the subconscious, or another world being, he's going in there in the energetic part of the Matrix where the issues are coming up. And that's where he's fighting the battles. And in order for us to overcome this, we all need to wake up. We all have to take the red pill so we can see. The only way this leaves is when people are aware of the 4D, the only way we can rise above it is to be seeing it. That doesn't mean to go into fear about it. At first, when I learned about this stuff, I know I went into fear, and this isn't about fear. It's choosing the love that you understand from the 5D, and it's doing the healing work in the 4D, and cutting off those cords, healing your energy body, because the ascension body needs to be whole. It needs to not be attached to 3D or 4D, and it needs to have the wounds healed so that nothing can be attaching, so that your energy is your energy. You're in your energy body, and in that energy body, that's ascension, when you can take your energetic body and the awareness without trauma and ascend to the higher. Okay. And that's what Jesus did, is he had his energetic body and ascended to the higher. And the masters that have come before us, this is what they learn. So a lot of the games that are being played in the fourth, they have to become made aware of, so that you can battle that if you need to. I'm not saying jump, some people want to. Some people, I guess I am one of them, that wants to be a warrior and stop and help others, win the battle against some of this 4D energy, this darkness that is preventing them from moving forward. We also, we connect to people in relationships. And this is something about the twin souls that I need to bring up, because I've read for a couple of my twin soul clients lately. And I asked them, have you cut the cords? Because you still need to cut those cords that are not in they're from the toxic twin soul relationship. If you're apart, there's still that part that's a toxic twin soul relationship. That energy is still toxic. So you have to cut that cord from you and your twin. If your twin's gone into another relationship, and now there's another connection, or more than one. So they're going into sexual relationships, possibly. And you got to realize that your energy is being played into that extra relationship, because you still have that connection, unless those cords have been cut. And, personally, when it happened to me, I was like, yeah, no way is she going to get my energy. I'm cutting it off right now, and I did. And that's a really important part of this, because I've had twins say, it's just weird. Like, I'll tell this lady's experience. You don't know her, but it was a reading I did. And she's like, I am trying to figure this out. Why, when he went back with the karmic, she had the same exact surgery I had the year prior. And so I did the reading on it, and, it made me remember to share this point with people. And it was because her energy was connected to the client of mine. So, because the cords had never been cut. And it's a really important thing. We want our energy and our power back. And when we have connections with people, sexual relations, the energy can stay for 7 years unless the cords are cut. And whoever they have sex with, their energy can go to them. And if someone is a manipulator or a dark soul, they're going to pull from your partner's energy, but they're also going to be able to pull from yours. And so you have to disconnect those energies, because we are all connected. We are all one, but we have to disconnect to have our own individuated energy and to be whole. And for the ascension process, we are all one. We're all of that same energy, but we are all individuated in our energetic bodies when we move to the ascension process, because we became that I am that I am. So it's really important to understand this. These kinds of things need to be cut off, and you got to pull your energy back. Another thing that I found interesting was someone, and they told me that the partner that their twin flame had gone to started mimicking her energy, cutting her hair the same way, like trying to be her. And you realize, oh, this isn't good, so we have to cut off the toxic twin energy, and then cut off whoever they may have been bringing into it. If you if they've already gone into something else, you want to get your power and your energy back. This is just one example of what needs to happen, because this stuff happens in the 4D. When we really become aware of how energy flows in the universe, and we become aware of how important our own personal individuated energy is, we don't want it out there doing crazy things just because they've got that connection to us and they're pulling on our energy. It prevents us from doing what we need to do in that energy. It's just giving us more toxicity in our own energetic body. And we're, a lot of the divine feminine are doing their own work and they're healing themselves, but they can't allow the negative in. If their twin is out there doing something else, that negative can affect the one who's doing the work. They have to continuously be giving energy back that's not theirs, which is a good thing too. But sometimes it's at a level where you got to cut those cords because the connections are so strong. A lot of times it needs to be done. So I just want to put this out there because people are forgetting there is a 4D. The 4D is what the illumination has to come to. It's what the red pill's for, so that you see both dimensions. You got to see what's going on in the unknown energy world of the 4D, and you've got to disconnect from that. At the same time, you're disconnecting from the 3D, and you use that fifth dimensional energy of love to heal yourself and to heal others, and to stay in that higher vibration. But many people are being affected by these energies, and they don't know why. They're just like, oh, the dark's attacking me again, and I just trying so hard, and and I understand that, but that's why I'm doing this video, because when we're trying so hard and our energetic bodies are getting affected by this negative, we have to take it energetically a step further. You may have people that do this work. I'm just putting this out here because I do this work, help people cut off the energies and become more aware of what's really energetically in that 4D realm going on. You're fighting battles you don't even know about when you think that there's no 4D. Nobody's discussing it, and we have to discuss it because that is where dark plays, is in the fourth dimension. That's where the battle is in the fourth dimension, and it is connected to us. So being aware of it and protecting your energies is very important, and cutting off these energies that you need to cut off. So I wanted to put that out there and I'm start trying to do more of these videos when I feel like this is important information. Today, I felt like this was the message I needed to get out about the fourth dimension. I am going to be putting on a healing that people can start cutting the cords with. I'm just having a hard time getting it to download on my computer. I've got to get some help with someone else's computer on this. So just so you know, that will be coming up. Hopefully by the weekend, I will have it done, and you can, just do that if you don't want to do a personal session with me. But, if you want to do one, definitely contact me. I've done them, and the people love them because they feel the energy. They feel, the release of the shift that's being made, being disconnected from the 4D. Because it's an important part of this process of ascension. So that's what I wanted to share today. So everyone who sees this, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it made sense to everybody. Any questions, contact me at alexandrathemedium.com, or put your comments below and I'll check this. But I hope it helps everybody understand where we are going with this ascension process. And I really appreciate you watching my channel and sharing with me. All right. Have a great evening. And I got to turn this off now.